Hello, my name is Mithrindil, and today I've got some rather exciting news. So, I've just been given the go-ahead to design the Mumbo Patreon server New Year's fireworks. I get to plan, design, and organize this. Although there is one slight problem. I've just checked my chest nearby, and it turns out that I'm actually completely out of gunpowder. So, what we're going to have to do today is build a mob farm to replenish that supply. Now before we get on with that, I'd like to point out this. Sadly, I say sadly, this was a prank done to me about 4 months ago now. Jam Doggy, who's a very common player in the server, he does a lot of building. He spawned 400 snowmen inside my castle, and they just raged havoc all over this valley. And as you can see, there is snow everywhere. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to remove all that snow, and then we'll crack on with designing the, or not designing, but building the mob farm. So I'll see you around. So here we are. I've decided what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make use of the haunted house by turning it into the storage system for the mob farm, which means we're just going to have it along the back here. I don't know whether this is a good or bad plan because mobs can kind of spawn, if this makes it dark, so if I just light up the bottom bit it should be fine. Okay, so I think it's 6 by 30. So if I sort at 29, there we go. 29 now. And we pillar all the way out this way. That should be sufficient. So these farms, you can extend them infinitely, but I don't know whether I want to put that much lag in the server, so I'm thinking either 3 or 4 different chambers. And pretty much the way this works, I'm going to be using Mumbo Jumbo's design. And the way that works is it turns everything dark. Well, everything's pitch dark. You've got all these dispensers along the back, and then after a certain amount of time, some water turns on, some dispensers dispense some water, and all the mobs are just flushed out, and then those dispensers are turned off, allowing some more mobs to spawn. And then when the mobs come out, they just pretty much just fall all the way down to the bottom, take some fall damage, and that's them dead. And then I get a giant line of hoppers, and those hoppers just kind of sort out all the items. And what I'm then going to do is turn the back of the haunted house into an item sorting system. Now, I don't know whether I should completely filter out rotten flesh or not, because I know it's used a lot in villager breeding. Well, not villager breeding, but villager trading. And there's some pretty good, I think you can get silk touch pickaxes, or something no, you can get emeralds from rotten flesh, and then you can use emeralds to buy really cool pickaxes, really cool enchantment books, and yeah, it's a really awesome system. But one thing I'll need to do is decide on whether I want to actually sort out all that rotten flesh, because to be honest, this far in the server I've never actually done any villager breeding. In fact, in a legit Minecraft world, I don't think I've ever traded with a villager. I think I once tried to get emeralds, but I've only ever used emeralds as a block to kind of show off my wealth. Which, of course, is kind of stupid because there's a lot, so many cool things you can actually do with emeralds, like trading them with villagers or using them to make... Actually, can you make anything with emeralds? I don't think so. So I think it's 6 across, 1, 2, 3, yep, that's right. Maybe I should replace that with dirt. I haven't actually got any dirt on me at the moment, so this'll do. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, now if I found 28, I've got 28 here. Should be able to just build all the way up there, and that should be sufficient. So what I think I'll do is I'll just do the first floor on camera, and then I'll use the camera studio mod, and that'll like record me trying to do the entire thing, getting all of the, yeah, pretty much just getting all the other floors finished. I don't know whether I've got enough stone on me, because let's face it, this is quite a big project. Oh, why is that so high up? Is that a floating tree? Oh, we're gonna have to sort that out sometime. I'll do it later though. I'll need to get some kind of flint and steel to burn it down. So what we do now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I guess I could probably just use the camera studio mod now, because this bit's gonna be as boring as anything. What I'm thinking is I'm gonna make it look kind of pretty from the ground. Just actually, it's not very central. Ah, it'll do. This'll be temporary anyway. It's only temporary, so I'll see you around. Well, that is the entire structure built. All we need to do now is fill in the dispensers, and probably as well get all the water buckets. I don't think I'll do the water buckets in camera, since that's a very lengthy process, but I can do the dispensers. So you may have noticed that in that time lapse I didn't actually show you like me putting in all the redstone, and the reason for that is, well, if you've watched any of my videos in the past, you'll know that I'm a complete noob. So the redstone that I threw in there, that was pretty much done really slowly, with me carefully following the tutorial, which I will link down in the description, this design. And don't quote me in this, I'm really sorry if I've got this wrong, but I think it's by Mumbo Jumbo. It was Mumbo Jumbo that did the tutorial, and I seriously doubt Mumbo is going to steal someone else's build, because he's a really nice guy. I met him at Minecon. and I've spoken to him a couple of times in TeamSpeak as well, and he's really nice, so I doubt he's the kind of person that would steal someone else's tutorial. Anyway, what I did with this, I extended it. Instead of having 3 levels, I had 4, because I think it's very important that we get as much mob drops as possible. And yeah, that's about it. I just extended the redstone as well because I wanted it tall, but that wasn't a challenge at all. It's pretty much just repeating the same pattern. The way the signal travels up is that there's redstone torches, so every second layer will be turned on because it's inverted, and every layer in between that will be off. So you'll get time for mobs to spawn. So it'll be pretty constant with mobs just dropping off the edge. But the only thing is, the only concern I've got is that the server might the server might have a few plugins put in place to prevent like a mob cap. So that pretty much means that when you've got a mob that spawns, like a skeleton or something, when there should be like 3 or 4 spawning, they'll only spawn like 1 or 2, just to reduce lag, because there are a lot of players on the server, and there's a lot of really, you know, massive and scary redstone contraptions that are just, oh my goodness, so demanding as far as the CPU and RAM and all these like fancy stuff is concerned. So, oh, am I going to have enough dispensers? I don't think so. 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no, we're 3 dispensers down. I didn't do my calculations correctly. I think it was supposed to be 48, but I only had 45 or something around that. So I guess all I'll need to do now is head down to the bottom, probably bring up another 3 dispensers and bring up all the water buckets, which I'll do via ender chest. So that's all the redstone, all the water buckets, and all of the hoppers down there complete. Everything's in place. So all I need to do now is throw in some redstone. Or any kind of item, but I'm going to use redstone. So you should get a bunch of torches falling down from the top there. Yep, that's right. And I think it's every second level. Unless, did I forget to put... Oh, I forgot to put buckets in the second level. Well, I guess that's something for us to do. If I've got any on me, do I? Possibly and possibly not. Oh, that's strange actually. Maybe there's buckets on that side, but the items aren't getting through. Yeah, there's buckets, so maybe I've... Oh, right, I know what's wrong. Okay, so I haven't placed the redstone, or broken some redstone, and as a result that entire level has just not gone off. So we'll just climb on top of this for a second. And if you follow me around the side, that's the problem. This is facing the wrong way, I think. Is that it? Oh wait, no it's not. It's telling me, look, there's absolutely no redstone there. Well, we follow this along. All we need to do is run that into here. And there we go. That should work. So once the items go from one dropper to the other, it'll switch the thing there, and that just sent a pulse along there. And now it should be working, so if we just check that. Yeah, perfect. Apart from the very top layer, there doesn't seem to be... So what I think has gone wrong there is that maybe... I'm just gonna pillar up to the top to take a look at this, because that shouldn't be happening. So either there's no buckets in the thing, or the redstone's not reaching the top. So is there a bucket in here? Yeah, oh, right, so it is working. Okay, so that it just took some time. So let's just put that back there. And I hope that hasn't broken anything. We'll now pillar down the side. There's my pillar. And I don't know, like, because the mob cap, I might need to put in more items there just to give them some more time to run, but is that the top layer working? Yeah, it's working now. That's perfect. Well, everything's worked. And what we'll do is we'll probably just put about a stack of redstone. So there's 40 in there. No, there's 30 in there, so we had 4 to that, and that there. That should give us all the time we need for the mobs to spawn. So that's about it. We just need to break away this thing here now. So we get those blocks gone. Climb on top of this. And we just need to pillar all the way down. Oh. It's very dangerous. So what I would do then is AFK at the very top of this. And then hopefully I'll get some mob drops. So I'll go AFK for about an hour and see how things are. So I just went and did about an hour's worth of piano practice there. It was quite fun. I was playing some nice pieces of music by Debussy, and while I was doing that I was camping right at the top there. So let's see how much items we got in an hour. Well, that's quite a lot of gunpowder. So not a lot of bones, that's quite surprising. Even considering the fact we got like 57 arrows, they should both be about the same, so that's kind of weird. But I guess Spigot kind of messes with the mob drops a little bit. But that's not too bad. You know, when I sleep, if I go to bed and I could just camp at the top there, each day I'll get more and more gunpowder. So what we're going to want to do now is just trying to get some kind of like sorting system through by. So, I don't know how I should do that. Oh, and there's a skeleton drop from the top there. That's good timing. So I was thinking we could just have a line of hoppers. I'll break this thing here. And that'll pretty much just go into the window. Now, I don't really know how to do a sorting system, and I was thinking maybe I could get someone redstone savvy to do that for me, possibly in a collaboration. I don't know. So how do I do this? Right, I go 2 blocks out. It's like boom. And, you know, I really should have used my silk touch for that. Boom, boom. There we go. So let's just put all these items back. And the glass that I broke, but that doesn't matter because that's just going in there. And let's just take this chest with us. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to do some kind of sorting system inside, but I'm not really in the mood for that. Mainly because I've just realised there's one more thing we can do in today's episode. Now, it's Mumbo's birthday. Mumbo Jumbo, if you don't know, is the owner of the server, and he's also a really big YouTuber. And it's his birthday, I think on the 3rd or the 7th or something. So, what I was thinking was we could build like a giant Mumbo statue. Or something along the lines of that. You know, it'll be something quite spectacular. Not too much effort, but not like half-arsed. If you know what I mean, just kind of simple and sweet. So I was thinking we could build him a giant statue of him, maybe sitting at a table or standing at a table, and he could be like eating cake or something. And then we could take a screenshot of that and send it to him, or tweet it to him or something, and see if he likes that. Because really, he puts so much time and effort into his YouTube videos. They're literally probably the best YouTube channel of Minecraft I've ever seen in my entire life. Maybe that's an understatement as well. So we'll head over to my creative world and see what kind of things I've planned out for you. Oh, well actually it turns out that... Wait, okay, I was recording. Thank goodness, for a second there I thought I wasn't recording. Okay, I'll see you over there. So this is just what I came up with. It's pretty much just a picture of Mumbo. I created this in Spritecraft. It's like a program you can download and it'll turn pictures into Minecraft pixel arts. And then I just recreated this block by block. So what I'm now going to do is recreate this again, block by block, on Mumbo's server. So we're gonna head over there now. So here we are, and this is the final product. Over there there's Mozart, by the way. I was just showing him this as well. But there's the giant kind of statue thing that I made. You can't really call it a statue, it's more like a pixel art. And then if you look to the right of that, I've got the text that says Happy Birthday Mumbo. Now, I didn't think about this when I first made it, but I just realised that there's going to be snow that lands on the top, so I don't know how I can get around that really. I mean, I could use half slabs, but you can't really get clay half slabs. So I guess we're going to have to let it be. And I want the snow to just cover the entire top of it, just so it's nice and even. But anyway, that's all I've got time for you this episode. But what I will show you is like a really cool time-lapse of both the mob farm and the Mumbo statue. Goodbye.